So, did the senior Rotax title chase take a dramatic turn in the pre-final? Reese Hunter out of the race. 33rd he starts on the grid. His teammate, his brother, and his main title rival standing on the right-hand side there with his cap on backwards, Kai Hunter. He now moves into a position where he could take some serious points off Reese at the circuit that their family own. So he is chatting there, is Kai, with Matthew Higgins, with his back to us there, his Dan Holland racing teammate. The very tall gentleman at the Diamond of Dalry is Lewis Gilbert in the Tony Kart outfit. He's obviously looking to pray to someone up there. Pray to the god of, what's Scottish?
Scotch shakes.
Neeps and tatties and Iron Brew, the god of Iron Brew, to bring him good fortune in this one.
Haggis.
Haggis, neeps and tatties, neeps and tatties. I love neeps and tatties. There is there. So that's you've got Tom Edmonds there having a chat with him. There's Kai Hunter. There's Matthew Higgins. Say hello, Kai.
We're slagging off the whole grid. So
Oh, it's slagging on the whole grid. Oh, brilliant. All right, then live on says, okay, go on then. Who are you slating, son? Who are you slating? Yeah, we can lip read. Sorry, hi Dad. Yeah, hi Mum. I'm not gonna. There's you got Piers packing a boss in the background there. One of the. And but again, so this is. But this is less than 10 minutes before the start of an international car. There's Piers Packing and Walsh, the mechanic for Tom Edmonds. Piers has raced for the United Arab Emirates. He spent a lot of time out in Dubai. Has Piers. That's a fluffy haircut there. That is a proper perm.
That is a bowl on the head with razors around the outside.
Well, Anthony. It's called a fade.
Is it called a fade?
It's called a fade, bruv.
What do you call yours?
Pun? Bald. Yeah, but it goes. Yeah, that's you know. There we go. That is a haircut. That's one of the DHR posse that's going to be starting the next one. Again, but I was going to say, so you're less than 10 minutes away from a round of the British Championship final, and yet you've got cameras on you, and you've still got you can relax and just chat away and slag off the rest of it. Busted.
Dear me.
There's the number 44 James Lowther for Argenti Motorsport. They need a bit of a pick-me-up after that. There's the number 36 Kart going on the screen. That is James Lingard. Good to have that privateer driver back on the Tony Kart. Always strong. There's Ed Matthews just splashing the screen. Kieran Kay. The number 8 Kart of William Ellsworth. There's Harry Holland for Vision Motorsport. There's Jensen Watts. The number 88 Kart of Oliver Meadows. The 25 of Scooby Shinner. Then it's Sam Hawthorne. The 15 Nicole Sutherland, not Klaas Koiker, says a race suit. Nicole Sutherland starting on the 13th row. Harry Gibbs at the back there. Oh, Reese Hunter. Now, there was no joviality standing round chit-chatting from Reese Hunter. He has got to try and make up 32 positions at his home circuit. He leads the championship, but not by as much as he did this morning, Anthony.
No, so, you know, there's a lot of tough work that's going to happen.
That's focused. Look at those eyes focused. So, Louis Weaver, Ben Ballou is not racing here, so hopefully Ben's okay. But good to hopefully we'll see Ben back maybe at PFI. Louis Weaver, his GMS karting teammate, is giving him support. On the other side of the grid, there is the driver that had a little contretemps with Reese Hunter. Jack Steadman starting at the back. There's Alex Eads going through there, the 67 Oscar Hoole, the 12 of Magic Camara. Well, Magic needs to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this one to get up from the 13th row of the grid. Les Taylor in the number 48 for Ultimate R. There's the E-plate, strong and silent as always. Luke Wooder. Louis Weaver, there he is. Oh, there's Ben Ballou, can have a little fanboy moment down on the top of there. There we go. Archie Brown, the flying mullet in the number 76. Brandon Nagelvort in kart number 93. Tom Adams, said earlier, Tom Adams rocked up at his school his school prom. Yes. His official school prom in his kart and a tuxedo, of course, standard.
Yeah.
There's the number 60 of George Holbrook. Teddy Clinton's gone, but I think it might have been Holbrook with that epic perm. Louis Harvey, and I did see Chris and Lily down in the paddock there, and I'm pointing Anthony out at the end of it so that if he mispronounces Louis' name again, Chris and Louis' mum, who's the artist out of them all, can just go and fill him in. There we go.
Once.
Pun?
Once.
Doesn't matter. Once is enough. Hey. Don't be dissing Malmesbury finest. There's number 57, Sean Butcher on the pole position. So Butcher from KR Sports going to have the field at his mercy. Let's have a look at the lineup.
Here's how they line up then. Sean Butcher, as you say, starting on that front row with Kai Hunter alongside Lewis Gilbert, the O-plate on that second row with Tom Edmonds alongside.
Row number 3 is Louis Harvey and James Lowther. Row 4, Matthew Higgins and James Lingard.
George Holbrook and Edward Matthews on row 5 with Teddy Clinton and Kieran Kay rounding out row 6.
Row 7, Tom Adams and William Ellswood. Row 8, Brandon Nagelvoort and Harry Holland.
Archie Brown and Jensen Watts on row 9 with Louis Weaver and Oliver Meadows rounding out the top 20 on row 10.
Row 11, Luke Wooder and Spencer Shinner. Then Les Taylor and Sam Hawthorne.
Magic Amera and Nicole Sutherland, Oscar Hall and Harry Gibson round out row 13 and 14.
Row 15 is Alex Eads and Chris Simpson. Then row 16 is Alex Hughes and Jack Stedman, and all on their own. Shotgun on the field, Reese Hunter. So 15 minutes plus a lap. He's got to make up 32 positions. He knows his track at the back of his hand. How can Reese Hunter do? Let's go, we're off and racing. Oh, and a spin at the start already, and that is going to be a big crash, and that's one of the GMS carts being spun backwards, and there is Les Taylor in the Ultimate R cart going off, so Louis Weaver was the cart that was spinning. Now, how many other carts did that damage? And that could have been major. That could have been major, Anthony. Oh, there's another spin going off there. Oh, there's GMS carts flying off the circuit, left, right, and centre. There's 2 Argenti carts have gone off as well.
Well, that's a disaster there. Luke Wood is off the track. The 15 of Samuel Hawthorne is off the track as well. I didn't catch the third number.
It was the number 88, it was, of Oliver Meadows, who was the other cart. Hawthorne and Wooder are still at the side of the circuit. I'm trying to see if anyone else has come into the pits there. There's definitely about 2 or 3 carts that are a long way back, but at the end of lap number 1, away from all that chaos, Sean Butcher has the race lead from Lewis Gilbert. Then it's Louis Harvey up into P3 with Kai Hunter and Matthew Higgins down to 4th and 5th. And let's see well, Alex Hughes didn't take the start, I don't think. Brandon Nagelvoort, I don't think, started either. Luke Wooder has not come around yet.
Well, Luke Wooder was part of that incident at the St John's corner. I did see Brandon Klein Nagelvoort leave the pit lane well after the entire pack left
here
the
comes
thing.
Brandon
Here he comes
Nagelvoort.
now.
Yes, there he goes. And here comes Wooder across the line, as you're looking at the screen there. And so it looks as though maybe the only driver that hasn't started was Alex Hughes in cart number 51. So that would be a huge shame for Alex Hughes, the KR Sport driver, but it's Butcher who leads. No, it's not, because there comes Lewis Gilbert. So the Diamond of Dalry moves into top spot. Butcher second, Kai Hunter third, Higgins is 4th. So Louis Harvey is down to 5th. There goes Oliver Meadows back out onto the circuit, a lap down. Where is Reese Hunter? From 32nd on from 33rd on the grid, he's up to 19th place already.
Yep, 19th place. I suspect all that carnage at the start, which he managed to escape.
Yes.
He has helped out massively with gaining those positions. So, like you say, he's up 14 positions so far, and that start of the race, for his point of view, was nice.
I do wonder if we could possibly get this. There were 2 incidents on the first lap. If we can get a replay as the race progresses of those 2 incidents, to track to see where the number 2 cart was and how he got through that. But we'll see about that as the race progresses. There is Reese Hunter in the number 2 cart. He's just passed the number 63 of Jensen Brown in that zip cart entry. And that's a zip cart entry, but it's a Mad Croc chassis. So Hunter has over the curbs there, using those curbs. He set the fast lap. That's impressive. Setting the fastest lap of the race in traffic like that. Now we're back at the front, and we've got Gilbert, Butcher, the championship positions at the moment. Haven't got them in front of us. Let's see, there's Jensen Brown. Now that's the problem that Reese Hunter's going to get, is that all these drivers scrapping for the minor placings are going to be, seeing Reese Hunter thinking, I'm going to battle with him. I want to prove that I'm as quick as Hunter, given the right situation.
Yep, exactly that. You'll find those drivers do that, so let's see what they can do. So as they go back across the start-finish line, Gilbert leads from Butcher, Hunter, Higgins, Edmonds, Harvey, Lowther, Clinton and Matthews. Adams round out the top 10 for the Thule Motorsport team as they go through 11.5 minutes to go, plus that 1 additional lap. There you can see on your screen Teddy Clinton, the number 6, with the fastest lap of the race, currently in 8th place. And he's in this pack as well. But there on your screen, Lewis Gilbert leading the way for the Potenza Racing Engines team as they go through the back chicane up the hill now towards the Gasworks hairpin, and again, not going defensive, keeping that kart in the middle of the track. He's not going right to the edge, but he's not going fully defensive.
He wasn't on like full qualifying lap line.
No, he wasn't, was he?
But that is going to keep everybody in touch, because look at this train of cars: 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, all the way back to. Well, there's no gap really, but you've got the Potenza Racing Tony kart of Gilbert leading the KR Sport Cosmic, then 2 Dan Holland EOS chassis. Then you've got another KR Sport kart with Tom Edmonds. Then you've got a pair of Argentine Motorsport teammates, Louis Harvey and James Lowther. And then 2 more Dan Holland karts, Teddy Clinton and Edward Matthews. Matthews having a good run up into the top 10. And then Tom Adams rounding out the top 10 for Thule Motorsport. James Lingard, the leading privateer in kart number 36, runs in 11th place. Reese Hunter still only 18th, and now he's more than 5 seconds behind the race leader. We'll try and see if we can get some championship points up very shortly, just to see where we are.
I think Ian Rogers Motorsport Dash Timing is currently working them out with the calculator.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, we'll watch visually. We'll watch Lewis Gilbert continue to lead the field. There is the number 6 kart of Teddy Clinton now having a look at the inside of one of the Argentine karts. That is the number 88, the number 44 rather, of James Lowther. But he has to stay in line.
And nice low camera shot there, seeing these drivers, showing the speed that these karts have got. Of course, Senior Rotax, completely unrestricted 125cc engines, as Nangelvort's come into the pit lane now. So retirement from Nangelvort.
Yeah.
9 minutes plus that one additional lap back onto the start-finish straight. Like we say, train still forming here. Gilbert's not breaking away, is he? But like you say, he's not doing those.
Well, he doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to. But
he's not having to defend. And I mean, gradually now one by one, this lead group is getting thinned out ever so slightly. Here's Reese Hunter. Reese Hunter just getting Kieran Kay out of the way. So Reese Hunter there, smooth. He's passed. Now Magic Camara. The last time we saw Reese Hunter, Magic Camara was following Reese Hunter. Magic is still behind Reese Hunter. So he's doing a good job, and he sets the fastest lap of the race. There's Magic. He's now going to get past his KR Sport teammate Kieran Kay. So Reese Hunter now moves into 17th position. He's got a bit of clean track in front of him before he gets to the next KR Sport kart, which is the number 8 of William Ellswood.
it is indeed, and it looked like Magic Camara did get the job done on his teammate there in the background of shots.
Nope.
Oh, no, he tried to, but yeah, no, couldn't quite do it.
Now we get a gap starting to develop. After Teddy Clinton in 8th place, down to Ed Matthews in 9th. Oh, there's number 18 kart of Harry Gibson going for a rotation. Harry's a tall lad. Look at how his knees are up there. I mean, if ever there was a driver that needed, sort of a stretch, a Rotax kart, it's Harry Gibson. Maybe he'd be suited to KZ2. There's another potential convert that I think the KZ2 should go in to try and recruit Harry Gibson, who's a little bit too tall for the Rotax classes, but KZ2 might be a little bit more his size.
Yeah, well, let's see.
Well, Jason Dredge is down in the paddock. He's a supercart driver, and he's thinking, lad, you need to get in a supercart.
They're quite fast, aren't they?
They're quite fast.
They're quite fast.
Yes, yes. Jason once told me, he goes, at a test day at Cadwell Park, you know you're going quickly when the guys testing the super bikes come up to you and go, my word, you guys are nuts.
Yeah. They are nuts. They are crazy.
So, yes, back to the race. And again, now we're getting thinned out at the front. Still that gap behind Teddy Clinton, but Clinton and the number 5 of Tom Edmonds, the number 44 of Lowther, they're starting to lose touch a little bit. So Gilbert is just starting to put the pressure. Well, he's just starting to ease away, and only the strong will survive. This is Darwin at work. This is Darwinism. Only the strong will survive. Survival of the fittest, and we're down. We did have 8, well, we had about 11 at the front. We're down to 8 at the front as we just got past half distance.
Yes, we are indeed. Now, is Gilbert starting to pull away? It looks like he is. That gap's open now to nearly half a second. So he's starting to maybe again.
Inching.
It is inching
by a tenth.
but maybe, again, tyre pressures, they were started low, and they're getting into the sort of rhythm now. They're getting into that pace. Maybe, is he going to try and extend that lead?
Now, Rhys Hunter has caught the William Ellsworth Archie Brown battle, and Archie, you can see, just there's an idea. I mean, guys on the stream, you know, obviously we focus on the lead battle, you know, more often than not because that's what's important. But then all the way through the pack in the 33 kart race, the fighting for like 18th and 19th place is just as fierce as ever. Nicole Sutherland just retires the kart. There is the number 5 kart of Tom Edmonds now going past Teddy Clinton, and you can just see Rhys Hunter had come up on the back end of Archie Brown, who was battling with Jack Steadman, and they were chopping it all over the place, you know, rubbing and barging about the place. So Hunter's now going to try and get through them without losing too much time.
So I'm just looking at my screen here. It looks like we've lost Kieran Kay, the 73.
Yeah, I've got to say there has been a steady trickle of retirements as a potential, you know, after effect of the, you know, here comes another one in. That's the number 18 kart of Harry Gibson. Do you know what? Yeah, Alex Hughes didn't start the race. Brandon Nagelvoort started late and then retired. We've lost Oscar Hoole, who's got terrible luck. He had never seemed to finish a race, this poor old Oscar. Sam Hawthorne has retired. He crashed on the opening lap. Luke Wood has spun. He's since retired. Kieran Kay has come into the pits to retire. Oliver Meadows lost a lot of ground at the start of the race. I think Oliver's just come in to retire. Nicole Sutherland's come in to retire. And Harry Gibson's retired. We're down to 24 runners, ladies and gentlemen, off 33 starters. I mean, you know, and it's certainly, I mean, this type of race is really testing the machinery right to its limits.
Well, this weekend has tested the limits of these cars
Oliver
as well.
Meadows is still out there a lap down. So
Okay.
Oliver Meadows, so we're at 25 runners.
Okay, so 25 runners still left out on circuit. There on your screen, though, is the 57 of Sean Butcher for KR Sport, hunting down Lewis Gilbert. That gap has come back down again, 0.3 of a second, so he's reeling Gilbert in.
But look, we're down to 5 at the front.
We are.
We're down to 5. So, you know, James Lowther, Teddy Clinton and Tom Edmonds have all faded a little bit. So we're back down to, we're down to Gilbert, Butcher, Hunter, Higgins and Harvey.
They are indeed. As they go through, you can just see them there starting to spread out, but now just in shot. Kai Hunter holding on to 3rd place there at the moment. Where is Rhys Hunter at the moment?
15th position.
15, up 18 places. I tell you what, Jack Steadman, 13th place, up 19 positions.
I know.
Well,
That's now. So I'll tell you what's happened here.
Right.
Okay, so Jack Steadman went for a move on Rhys Hunter in the pre-final that took them both out.
Right.
Yes. Jack Steadman, now Rhys Hunter on his home territory. You know, Rhys Hunter not happy with Jack Steadman. You know, so Jack Steadman started directly in front of Rhys Hunter. Fear drives you very quickly indeed. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there you go. Say the best way.
Steadman's running for his life. he's got to try. Right, I'm going to try and get out of the paddock later on. there's an awful lot of Hunter family fans here, you know. So he is driving his absolute socks off in the number 62 car. There he goes. He is still, he's 13th place. He's ahead of Harry Holland. And now we're back at there's the James Lowther, Tom Edmonds, Teddy Clinton fight. That is 6th, 7th, and 8th.
It is indeed. So with less than 3 minutes to go then, plus that one additional lap. Here on your screen, the 44 and the 5. James Lowther and
Edmonds
Tom Edmonds
goes through.
Yeah, and Edmonds goes through. But there you go, Lowther comes back. Clinton closes in as well. So Clinton all over the back of this battle as they go up the hill now in towards Gasworks. All 3 of them taking 3 different lines.
Yep.
All of them going a little bit closer in the further back they go, and they all come out on top.
And allowing that 4th kart, the number 36, that is a privateer entry. That is James Lingard. Now, James, he's not raced all the rounds this year, but he's always, and you know, he's a very, very good driver. He missed out the doubleheader at Wilton Mill, so he's not a championship threat, but he's having a great run. There he is, number 36, James Lingard. Always runs, well, more often than not runs as a privateer. See, fear drives you. Jack Steadman, 49.88, looked over his shoulder. He saw the fact that he's now just 1 kart in front of Rhys Hunter and got his head down a bit more. Change up at the front. That is 3rd place, and that is Louis Harvey moving on to the podium.
It is indeed Louis Harvey with a great running so far this race, and as he goes through, you can just see they're holding those 2 DHR karts at bay now as they go round the horseshoe. and into the final corner, back onto the start-finish straight. Look at that, though. The gap starting to form very clearly now between these two. 1.6 second is the gap, but here again comes Reese Hunter.
Oh my
goodness me! And at the fastest
that's
part
Kai
of the
Hunter.
Is it Kai?
That's Kai Hunter.
Sorry.
Oh my word, that's Kai Hunter. He had a title opportunity in his hands and he's thrown it away. Oh, he just went for it. He went for it. You know, Reese is there. Let's have a look again. Now, Hunter is challenging Louis Harvey. Louis Harvey knows he's there, and Louis Harvey leaves him a little bit of room, and you can see, well, I mean, Louis Harvey, there was no more track to go. Hunter had gone wide, and then they locked wheels. Now, where did Kai Hunter come back out? Kai Hunter has regained the track.
He's behind his brother.
He's behind his brother, so from the back of the grid, the championship leader, Reese Hunter, has now got the advantage in this race.
Well, goodness me, with less than a minute to go, drama then in Senior Rotax for their final here at Warden Law, and of course it had to happen to one of the Hunter brothers at their home circuit. So there we go then as they go round the track. Now Lewis Gilbert still leads them from Sean Butcher. Matthew Higgins now is in third place, up 4 places from where he originally started.
20 seconds to go, Anthony, and the 2 and the 3 are together. The 2 Hunter brothers are nose to tail.
They are indeed. So who's going to...
And he's got past Edmund.
He has
finally got past Edmund.
Yes, yes. So Stedman's now behind. Stedman's now going to slow down. He's going
now looking for the exit. But so the Hunter brothers are now 13th and 14th. Make that 12th. So Reese Hunter is now gaining ground, gaining points on his brother in the championship. He goes past Tom Adams. Now, the Touring Motorsport driver. So Lewis Gilbert, Sean Butcher, Matthew Higgins, the top 3. Final lap boards come out. Harvey's 4th, and Edmonds and Clinton. And we're not done yet. Yellow flags waving going into turn number 1. And that is for the number 48 kart of Les Taylor.
Yeah, so the 48 off the track at turn 1, but eyes on this battle at the front because it's been Gilbert who's been leading for the majority of this race. He started this race on the second row in third place. He's now leading this one. He won the O plate a few weeks ago for the Rotax classes here at Warden Law. He's about to win a final here at Warden Law, but this time for the Wera Tools British Kart Championships. One more corner to go for Senior Rotax. Lewis Gilbert for Potenza Racing across the line celebrates as he takes another final victory.
Butcher in second, just 13 hundredths down. With Higgins third, Matthew Higgins on the podium again. So we've again another one, a Scotsman, a Welshman and an Englishman, an Anglo-Australian on the podium in the People's Republic of Tyne and Weir. Louis Harvey finishing in 4th position. 5th is Tom Edmonds, Teddy Clinton is 6th, Lowther is 7th, Lingard in 8th, then Holbrook and Jack Stedman from 32nd to 10th. What a result for Stedman in 10th. Matthews 11th. Reese Hunter from 33rd to 12th. Tom Adams 13th. Kai Hunter in 14th. Then it's William Ellswood, Magic Camara, Archie Brown, Harry Holland, Louis Weaver, and the top 20 rounded out by Alex Eads with Jensen Watts, Chris Simpson, Spencer Shinner, and Oliver Meadows, the only other finishers. What a dramatic final with championship implications. While if Reese Hunter was sweating at the start of it, he'll be breathing a huge sigh of relief at the end of it. But sadly, there's no home win for either Hunter brother at their home track. Lewis Gilbert takes the honours in Senior Rotax. Anthony Jordan will be speaking to them shortly. And then, ladies and gentlemen, and then we will be having the final race of the day, the final race of the season for KZ2. All but official is Ryan Cannon's championship. We'll try and see if we can speak to some of them while they're on the grid. If there's time, we'll have to see. But that could be interesting. The drivers are, and the KZ2 drivers are sort of standing out on the dummy grid area. And Anthony Jordan, you can see the hunt. There's Kai and Reese there consoling each other in the paddock. But Anthony Jordan has a very happy Lewis Gilbert with him right about now.
Yes, indeed, right about now, Henry. Yes, Lewis Gilbert, again, another race win for a final. And this time at Warden Law, you got the O-Plate a few weeks ago. Now we've got a final in the British Kart Championships. Good feeling.
Yeah, it feels great to be back in the top step. Of course, it was a hard weekend. We never had the best qualifying. So the job was hard from the start, but I'm glad we got the win in the end.
Now talk us through that final from your point of view, because the start of that one, you know, it was a bit of drama, wasn't it? It was quite busy, but talk us through from your start.
Yeah, we're just trying to follow Sean the first few laps, and then once I felt as if we had the pace, I just went for it, and we got a gap, but it kind of stayed the same all the way through the race. But yeah, the kart was just good all the way through.
Oh, well, excellent. Anyone you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank Potenza Racing Engines, Ben York, Kyle, my mum and dad for if everybody that helped.
Well done. Your race winner then, Lewis Gilbert for Senior Rotax in the British Kart Championship. Let's talk to our second place man, Mr. Sean Butcher. Sean, that was, again, a tough race from your point of view. You were closing in on Lewis. I think a couple more laps, you could have had him.
Yeah, maybe. But, yeah, it was just a really tough one because everything's overheating when you're behind people and it's hard to follow. But, yeah, I'm still happy with second.
How are you finding Warden Law? Is it a tough track out there?
Yeah, it's really tough. It's a physical one, but, yeah, you slide a lot when you're behind people, so it's, yeah.
It's a tough old one, isn't it? So, anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd just love to thank everyone at KR Sport, my mechanic Jay and my mum and dad.
Well done. Sean Butcher, second place in Senior Rotax. Well done.
Thank you.
So, let's chat to our, now, it's not, last is here. Well, there we go. But our third place man isn't here. Where is he currently? He's currently at the top. Let's see if we can try and chat to him. Mr. Matthew Higgins. Hopefully the cameraman can reach me here and we keep signal. Matthew, come talk to us. So, tough old race on that one. Where's the kart currently?
It's over there. Because for some reason there was a big rock in the middle of the corner on the first corner, which gave me a nose cone, so yeah.
Oh dear, right, that's a big shame on that one. But, you know, from that whole race, though, you know, you can keep a head high because you put in a stellar performance still, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I got lucky, didn't I, with the two in front taking each other out, but it is what it is.
It happens, doesn't it? But, I mean, it's a tough old race, but have you still enjoyed your weekend here, though, at Warden Law?
Not really, no. If you're not winning, you're not enjoying it.
Well, it's a good track, though, still, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go, we can find a positive somewhere. Well, cheers. Well, great weekend still.
The last podium presentation of the day, and before we get underway with that, again, just please, at the end of the day, have a safe journey home. I know it's a long way for some of you, but we'll see you all at PFI, but we'll get to that in a minute. Senior Rotax podium up next. Top privateer, a fantastic 6th place overall for James Lingard, who could not quite make it. On to the top 3 now, finishing in 3rd position, his first podium as a senior Rotax driver. According to my co-commentator, it's Louis Harvey. Once it's all it takes. It's just. And now in 2nd place, now just 1300ths of a second separated the top 2 in Senior Rotax. Finishing in 2nd for KR Sport, it's Sean Butcher. But this year, Warden Law has been a very happy hunting ground for the next driver, all the way from Scotland. It's the Diamond of Dalry. It's Lewis Gilbert and his winning mechanic, Ben York. Why is that? His head shaped like a chicken nugget. Okay, congratulations, well done. Your Senior Rotax podium, everybody.